Welcome, everyone, and you are welcome to another edition of our radio lecture. And as usual, when we meet you here on Thursdays, it is EDC 121, Introduction to Educational Technology. I am Dr. SETH DADE ANSAH, your host or your panelist, and lecturer of Educational Technology from the Department of Educational Foundations. With me here in the studio is Mr. Enoch Asari. He is an MPhil student, MPhil in Instructional Design and Technology, which is run by Department of Educational Foundations. So we are here to give our usual radio lecture on addressing copyright, plagiarism, and cyberbullying in school. So that is what we are going to look at today. Enoch, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So, viewers and listeners, as we usually do, we have our radio lines, and the numbers are familiar to you: 050 392 2158. This same number is for WhatsApp, is for phoning in, and for text messages. The Radio in the Bay 98.3 live streaming is also active, so you can join us over there. So that's what we are going to do this evening. I would like that you take your notebooks or whichever means you would like to record the lecture. You do that because we would like it to be interactive, so that when it is time, you will come in with your concerns, your questions, to make it more interactive and more insightful. Thank you for joining us. Enoch, once again, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So today we are tackling some of the most critical challenges that arise in technology becoming an integral part of our school. The world is changing.
Yeah.
The classroom is changing in so many ways. The learners are changing because of their homes are changing.
Yes.
Because the advancement in ICT or technology finds its face in all spheres of life, and therefore it has also influenced the field of education. So if you say we would not observe the technological change in the classroom, then the learners that we are teaching are observing those changes, they are acknowledging them at home.
Yes.
And these are the same people who come to classroom for us to teach them. So we are integrating technology into whatever we are doing within our educational space. So therefore, we should concern ourselves with these critical issues, as in legal issues, social issues, and then ethical issues as we integrate technology into our classroom. So with these three categories of issues that we are going to talk about, the first one, which is the legal issues, we will be looking at it from the viewpoint of copyright, the copyright law and what it does, and how can it be flouted. We will look at that. Then we will also look at the ethical issues, which is in line with plagiarism, basically, because we find ourselves in academic or educational space. Then social issues have to do with how well we live with our colleagues, our teachers, and our students within the digital space, on the digital platforms, so that we will live in harmony within that space for effective academic work to take place. So that is what we are going to look at today. So now let's begin the serious aspect of it. So let's now start with addressing the copyright issues in schools. So the copyright, as a law, when you hear that, what comes into your mind, or what's your brief understanding, if you will stretch it to fine?
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc. In fact, I would like, I'll start by saying that if all manner of persons are behaving well towards one another, there wouldn't be need for this discussion. But because we are of different minds, different ideas, the way we conduct ourselves towards one another is different. That's why some of these issues are very pertinent to deal with. When we talk of copyright issues, let's look at it this way. Somebody has innovated something or has come out with something. He came out with it out of his own intellectual capacity. Then somebody wants to use what the person has produced to his own benefit without acknowledging the person or letting the person benefit from his work. Then when it's like that, you are infringing on copyright. And so this has been enshrined in Ghana Constitution at 690, that anybody who tries to infringe or tries to slight somebody intelligence based on something that he has been able to produce out of his mind, then the law will deal with you. And so regarding copyright, I am saying that anybody who tries to, assess somebody's work without attributing or without acknowledging the person, then it means that the person is infringing on copyright.
Okay, thank you. So that is correct. The copyright law protect people's intellectual property.
Exactly.
Things that people have created out of their intellect, you use the word, out of their mind. They are mostly not physical things that we can touch because of the nature of it. But within the educational space, what we can think of is a book that somebody has written.
Yes.
So the person has taught, he has done his research or his search or whatever, and has written their book.
Their book, yes.
So it is something that can be classified as intellectual property. So these items or properties are usually registered, just as you said, the Act 690 of the Ghana's Constitution takes care of that. And it is not only in Ghana, or international, it is internationally accepted. It is internationally acknowledged that it is a law. Every country has a law to that effect to protect people's intellectual property, things that they have created. And what it says is that, literally, it says who has got the right to copy a particular intellectual property. So do I have the right to copy somebody's book, whether I want to make profit out of it or I don't want to make profit out of it? Has the owner given me their permission to reproduce, to copy, to sell that particular intellectual property? So it therefore means that when an intellectual property is registered, a book, yes, for example, is registered under copyright, it means that law is protecting the right to duplicate that book, the right to sell, yeah, to the original owner who created that particular property. Yeah. So in this case, my book, for example, the law protects me that I should reap whatever I have sown, yes, in terms of that book. So therefore, anybody who wants to make copies of that book for whatever purpose must seek permission from me before they can make copies of that book. So it means you cannot make photocopy of somebody's book
Exactly.
and make profit out of it. Or you cannot make photocopy, even if you are not making profit out of it. Once it is somebody's intellectual property, and you even want to make photocopy of it, copy it and give it to somebody for free without making profit out of it, the law says that you cannot do that.
Yeah.
And all these are written down to serve as, the protection is serving as motivation for people to produce
Yeah.
things originally,
Yeah.
or to create more. You know, for us, example, in educational technology, we talk about extending the frontiers of knowledge.
Yeah.
So if people are going to write their books, if they are going to do their search and research to come out with information or knowledge, then they must reap from that sweat.
Yeah.
So nobody has got that right to duplicate or to copy that particular property. So in the field of education, anytime we are talking about copyright, we also talk about the fair use of the intellectual property. The fair use principle says that if we are using that particular material for educational purpose, then we can make a limited use of that copyright material for educational purposes, and we are free to do that. The law would not deal with us. So the minimum or the minimal or the limited use talks about we can make photocopy of about 5% of another person's book for your student, if that book is what you are using for a lecture or your class or a lesson. Then you can use that small portion of it. You can make photocopy of that small portion.
Doc, thanks so much. I would like to chip in there.
Okay.
Somebody goes out to buy a book.
Yes.
He thinks that I bought the book with my own money.
Yes.
And it's mine.
Yes.
And so I can do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
The person can decide to photocopy the book, any part of it, even in the whole.
Yeah.
And submit to somebody, give to someone.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to emphatically say that if you purchase somebody's book, though you purchased with your own money, but the book doesn't belong to you. It's somebody's property. So you bought it for your own consumption, for your own use, but not for other people's use.
Yes.
And so if you make copies of it and share to others, you are infringing copyright.
Yes. Good. So if I buy a book and I decide to make a single copy of it for my use, not for another person, I am free to do that.
That's right.
If the photocopy of the book I'm making is for my use, I'm not going to give it to anybody. I am free to do that. It also talks about you reducing the marketability of that particular intellectual property. So you may not make profit out of it, but you can do something which will reduce the marketability of that intellectual property. For example, if I come to the class and I have bought a copy of that book and I make photocopy of the whole book for each of the students in the class, then I'm reducing the marketability of the book in the sense that if I had not done that, each of you 10 students in my class, if not all of you are buying, about 5 or 6 people will go and buy the original copy. But because I made photocopies of the whole book for you, I am not making any profit. Or I made it available to you to make photocopy of it. I haven't made any profit out of it. But we are reducing the chance of the owner of getting more people to buy. Yes, so we are, if care is not taken, the person may not even break even. because few of their books will be bought, and it will kill their initiative.
Exactly.
It will discourage them, so they may not even think of doing it again.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have not made any profit out of it, but I have stopped the owner of the book from making profit from their sweat. So that one too is not allowed. So that's why it talks about, yes, the fair use, you can make copies of it, but it is a limited amount of it, some small portion of the book. You can do that and give it to your student, and you are free to go. That does not also mean, yesterday I was asking class, somebody asked me that, says, so what about if the book has 10 chapters and we have 10 meetings, and for each of the meetings you photocopy a chapter? You photocopy a chapter for us. You have not made the whole photocopy of the whole stuff. What about that one? Yeah, that one too is against the law, because if you know that after the 10 meetings or sessions you have all the 10 chapters, it means you will not go to the bookshop to go and buy that book. So you have affected the marketability of the book. So that one too is not allowed. Yes. So that has to do with the copyright issue. So that is the first one. We are still talking about copyright, and apart from fair use, because we are in educational space, there are other factors or other things that border on the copyright law. And another thing is the licensing agreement. So the software that we use, SPSS, in vivo, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Windows, and all these applications are under the licensing agreement. So you see that when you buy your laptop and it comes with Office, it allows you to use it for, I think, 3 months or so. After which it expires and you cannot use it, and you have to buy some serial number or password or a key to reactivate it or activate it. That means that you are entering into an agreement with the manufacturer of that software or that application. So some resources require explicit permission or payment, which these software that we have mentioned are example. So if you want to use them, the owners have not made them free. Yes, sometimes we hear ourselves and our students saying that, oh, do you have the cracked version of Microsoft Office? We hear people saying that. It is because there is that license agreement on it, which does not make it free. That is why people want to get the cracked version, so that they would not pay for it. So if the software that you are using is the cracked version, it means you have flouted the copyright law. You have stolen that application. And the law can deal with you. Yes. So the licensing agreement also comes under that. So as educators or educationists, we find ourselves in that space of teaching and learning. Any application that we have to use or software that we have to use or we are using, we must find out whether it is a licensing agreement or it is free of charge. So if it's a licensing agreement, we go by that and get it. Yes, here I'm sure the university sometimes buys some of the Office applications. So if you go to the IT technicians and you want it, I don't know whether it comes with a fee or whatever, but they get the complete one for you, that you don't have to crack it or do whatever to it in order to use it. Then aside the licensing agreement, we also have the open educational resources. Open educational resources. We abbreviate it as OER. Okay, so they are free and openly licensed teaching and learning materials or resources that we use. So just as I have said, they are free of charge. We don't pay for them. An example of such is the Google Classroom that we use is free of charge. The Moodle that we use is also free of charge.
Yeah.
So most of them, the moment you sign up to Google, okay, they give you the Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Sheet, all those Google applications. Once you sign up with Google, they are made available to you free of charge. You don't pay anything for using them. Yes, but they also come with their terms and conditions that you must observe. Okay, so for example, they may not want you to use that application or that platform for abusive purposes, maybe using it for maybe pornographics or some other things, or using it as a minor and all of that. So sometimes, most of them, when you are signing up, you see that they want to find out your age and all of that. They want to ascertain that you are not a minor, you are an adult who has contractual capacity to use some of these things, even though they are giving it for free. They want to ensure that. So sometimes when they say down there, they will bring a checkbox and want you to check it against it. They say they want you to be sure that you have read all the terms and conditions that govern this application. If you have not checked that box, it will not allow you to go to the next stage. So these are the things that you can find under copyright. We must observe all of them, because if we go contrary to them, it is a criminal offense. And just as the copyright law says, if you flout this law, it is a criminal offense, and you are liable to a fine, imprisonment, or a combination of both, depending on maybe the gravity of the crime that you have committed and the discretion of the court that will sit on the matter. So this is all about copyright. I don't know if you are okay. You have some more questions before we open the line for students to come in. So viewers and listeners, we have talked about the copyright law. We want to open the line so that if you have any questions about this one, you can bring it in, and then we look at it. If you have concerns, you can also drop them. So, any question you want to, as we wait for questions from our viewers.
Okay, Doc, thank you so much. I think it's a very nice topic we talk about. So when you were talking about the fair use, one indicator we can use to check fair use is when you have been introduced to an app and you want to have hands-on on the app. Once you download, sometimes it will give you the free version. As you exhaust the free version, then it will ask you to make some payments before it will give you the
premium edition.
That's right. And so here the fair use is being put into play. That limited portion has been given to you to try it. After it is exhausted, then you have to now subscribe in order to get.
So even though it is free, the manufacturers are also into business. So how do they power their servers that are holding or carrying your data? Google, for example, it gives you, once you sign up, it gives you 16 gig shared memory on their Google Drive, on their space.
Yeah.
So you can use it for emails, you can use it for Google Forms, Google Sheets, all of Google Classroom. Anything you do is within that 16 gigabyte memory space. If you exhaust this 16 gig, then it means you have to go and buy. You have to pay in order to extend the memory space that they have given you. Yes, so in the first 16 gig, they have given it to you for free. You have exhausted it. You want more, you have to pay. Yes, but that doesn't mean that the first part is not free. It is still free. Yeah, so they do some of this and make small monies to take care of it. So yes, they can first tease you with some trial version of it.
Yeah.
Yes, if you taste it and it tastes so sweet to you and you want more, then you go and pay. But the small one that we taste, it has been good.
Exactly.
It helps us a lot to do a lot of things that we want to do. So it's not bad. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the ethical concerns.
Okay.
Which is plagiarism, because we are in the space of education. So the ethical concerns, or if we talk about ethics, what comes into your mind, or ethical issues, ethical concerns?
Right, thank you so much.
Broadly or basically, how do you explain that one?
Okay, so to me, when we talk of ethical issues, we are looking at moral issues attached to what you are doing.
Yeah.
And so if you are into using somebody's work and you adapt the work as if you have done it your own, then it means that you have not acknowledged the person, and that raises some ethical concerns. And so it is of good that when you pick somebody's work to support your work somewhere, you acknowledge the person, either than that you are breaching the ethical issues.
Yeah. So yes, just as you have said, the ethical issues are not criminal in nature, but they are more of doing what is right or what is nice.
Yeah.
So you may not be prosecuted in court for not citing or not referencing somebody well.
Yeah.
So it is more of talking about the golden rule, which says that do unto others what you want others to do unto you. So if somebody steps on your toes and you will not be happy, then don't step on somebody's toe. It is as simple as that. So with the plagiarism, we are talking about you making use of someone else's academic work or academic piece without acknowledging them, without providing the proper attribution to them that it is their work, it is their own. Okay. So that has to do with the plagiarism, and it can be stretched where we find ourselves in the educational space. It can be stretched to cover so many things.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a wide or broad spectrum. It covers so many things. We have intentional and unintentional. Yes, and the intentional ones are the ones that you actually know. You know for sure that this is Kweku's work that I'm citing, or this is Kweku saying that I'm putting it into my work, or that I'm adding it to my speech. I'm going to give my annual speech or whatever. Then I go and stand there and read it as if it is my own. Yeah. What makes it wrong is that the fact that you don't attribute it to the owner, or you don't acknowledge the source,
Yeah.
you are indirectly telling your listeners or your readers or your viewers that it is your own idea.
Exactly.
Yes. So you are reading your speech. You have not said anything. You have not acknowledged anybody. So your audience think that it is your own ideas that you are sharing with them. But in actual fact, it is not your own.
Yeah.
Yes. So the intentional ones are where one knows that this is Mr. A or Dr. A or Professor A or something's idea or work that they are using, but they will not acknowledge or they will not properly acknowledge or attribute it to them. That is the intentional one. The unintentional could be the one that the one using it may not know it, may be out of lack of knowledge of it
yeah.
being owned by another person. So
Conscious effort.
yes, so there you don't know.
Yeah.
So it falls part of unconsciousness. So you are not aware.
Yeah.
So you do it. So later on, somebody draw attention that, hey, this thing that you have written here, it belongs to somebody. Then you do the honorable thing
Yeah.
by accepting your fault and do the honorable
Right,
thing.
that's true.
Yes. So it could be intentional. It could be unintentional. It could even be, you can even self-plagiarize a material, something that you have said some time back. If you are saying it in another work or in another presentation, okay, and you don't indicate that this was, you same person
Yeah.
said this, or you found this in this study in last year or last 2 years,
Yeah.
and you are using it again, it can also be plagiarism.
Okay.
So when you do that, indirectly you are telling your audience that what you said last year, nothing has changed. It is still the same.
Yeah.
Yes, and you are saying the same thing. So it is important you indicate that you found this time. So the self one could be done.
Yeah.
And then we are talking about proper attribution. Sometimes we may even make a mistake and cite the date wrongly.
Yeah.
You see, if the work that you are looking at was done in 2025, and then you reference it as 2024 or 2023, it is also part of plagiarism. Why? Because the same person must have written in so many years. He must have written something this year as well as last year.
Yeah.
So if you are making reference to this year's one, so you see that when we look at any document, be it thesis or whatever, the list of references at the back of the whole package,
Yeah.
you see that it states fully the reference.
Yes.
So the name of the author, if there are multiple authors, you list all of them with their initial, then the year will come.
Yeah.
Then the title of that book or work or whatever, it will come. Then publisher or the journal or wherever it was published, all of that will be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the moment anybody sees your work, for example, Asari 2025, in another one person's work, and he's interested in what Asari said, then he gets to the back page where there is a list of references, and he reads further about the Asari 2025 I see in this work. What is it about? Then they get to know the whole title of that particular document, the year, the publisher, the journal, and all of that, so that they are not misled. They know exactly where to find what you have said.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you want to ask me if you have written
Yes.
two documents in the same year. Yes, so if there are multiple works that have to be cited in one document, then you introduce A, so maybe Asari 2025A, then the second one, Asari 2025B.
That's fine.
So in the in-text one, you indicate the alphabet against them as well,
Oh.
so that your audience or your readers are not confused in any way. So if the year is older, you do same. You don't confuse your readers. You do what you have to do.
Good.
Yeah, you have
In
other
fact,
questions.
I'm saying that you're too smart for knowing what I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I read it and I saw one labeled A, the other labeled B.
Yeah, it means the author is making reference to two works of that particular person
Okay.
in his work. So it also means that it could be C, where that author is maybe is an authority in that area and has written extensively in that area. So within a year, he has written about 3-4 in that area. So you can see A, B, C, and all that. So that is so. So there could also be, if you don't cite it well, as in whether it is direct quotation or paraphrasing, that one too can result in plagiarism. Yes. So if we are talking about direct quotation, for example, you see we introduce the quotation marks. It means we are doing verbatim quotation of what the original author has said. So anytime we see that, we know this is exactly the same way it was said, and you have found it, and you also want to use the exact words. The other one is that if you want to paraphrase it, paraphrase means that what the person said is there, you want to talk about that idea, so you are changing the wording, but it's the same idea you are talking about. In that case, we don't introduce the quotation marks. So if you paraphrase and you introduce the quotation marks, it is plagiarism. If you do direct quotation and you don't bring the quotation marks, it is plagiarism. Why? Because you are putting words into the mouth of the author. That is not what he said. If you bring direct quotation, it should be exactly what he said. When we go into that book, that's why usually when we are referencing, we add the page number for direct quotation. We want you to get into that book and see that particular thing there. So if it is not the same as the original author has said, it means you are putting words into his mouth. You are saying something that he has not said. That is another offense. Yes. So it is something. It is a monster that worries us a lot in the academia. Yeah. So that is there. So I hope you are aware that it can be prevented. If we want to prevent plagiarism, there are some measures that we can follow to prevent them. So one, we can educate our students on proper citation. I have told you that if you don't cite it well, it's an offense. So as that is why in your research methods class, they spend time to teach about plagiarism, referencing, and all of that. Yes, and there's a course that is done here. I think it has got to do. It must be a level 100 course. Yes, there are level 100 students must be aware. It has to do with I think it is communication skills, how to write well, you cite people and all of that. So it is a conscious effort to educate our students to prevent plagiarism. So this is fundamental. We can actively teach students on how to correctly cite sources and effectively paraphrase information to integrate them in our work. Then using plagiarism detection tools, we can do that. And we are doing that. So this one is talking about a modern way or a technological way of detecting whether the work that somebody has done is either it is the same or it is similar to what others have done. Okay, so that one too, we have a system in place like that. When you go to our library, we have the plagiarism test software, which we call it a similarity test or plagiarism test. It's called, the application is called Turnitin. So the Turnitin is used to detect whether that work that you have done has more similar work to what others have done or not. So there's a certain threshold. If you don't meet that threshold, it means more of your work is other people's work, and it is not accepted. I think for postgraduate programs, it is 20% of that. So you shouldn't have more than 20% of, if I'm correct, of your work being that of other people. So you must have less than 20% of that. So if we have systems like this in place, it can help us to detect it. Sometimes we may not know, it may not be intentional. So if such systems are in place, it makes us aware that what we are doing is not the way it should be. So we correct it. Okay.
So, Doc, can we also use peer coaching to address some of these issues? Like you've written your thesis, then you give to your friend to go through, a third person to go through. Maybe unconsciously you inserted certain things that you didn't know you have plagiarized, and the person can draw attention for redress.
Yeah, you can, but it may miss them big time, because they may not be aware of all the works that you have made reference to, or other people's work that you have brought into your piece. They may not be aware. You see, sometimes even your supervisor, who is an expert in the area that you are writing, he may not be well versed with all the
things you have included
in that particular area. He may not know. You see, so if you rely on that one, it may elude you. So it's better we use a computerized system to do that. Yes. Then we can also promote original thinking and original writing. We must reward people who come out with their innovative writing, things that they have originally thought of and prepared based on their innovation. So they must be rewarded to encourage everybody to also try and come out that way. So we can look at plagiarism this way. Any other questions?
It's a contribution I want to
Sure. Carry on.
So I want to also put across that plagiarism doesn't end in the space of academic writing, but sometimes oral speech. It comes in there. Maybe somebody has said something and you want to, quote the person. You don't present it as if you said it. So this is what I also want.
And one person who has a lot to his credit is Mpanyinfoɔ. Say Mpanyinfoɔ say, "Wode kokro moti kwa hiase a yɛde so troja kan." So Mpanyinfoɔ say, "Yɛdware a yɛnkasa." Mpanyinfoɔ say, "Asɛm ni hɔ a yɛmbube." You see, all these we attribute them to the Mpanyinfoɔ, but we don't know where exactly the Mpanyinfoɔ are. Yes, but because they are not our own saying, so we attribute it to to those in paying for. One day they will come up and and say, we are coming for our reward for your usage of our sayings. Yeah. So that is that. So viewers and listeners, we still want to open our phone lines once again. If there are questions, concerns, contributions that you want to bring in to make it more interactive, we are ready for you. So you can phone in. The number still remains 050 392 3158. I repeat, 050 392 3158. So you can send WhatsApp, you can send SMS, you can call, you can also drop your message on Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM on Facebook. So all these lines are active. You can come in with your concerns. Thank you. So let's carry on. If the question comes, we will take it.
Okay.
We will pause and take it. So let's look at the third issues, the third set of issues, which has to do with the social issues. And we are talking about cyberbullying.
Oh, yeah.
So these social issues, we first talk about legal issues, which are of crime in nature.
Yeah.
Then we talk about the ethical issues, which are things that are right and they are good or nice to do. Then the social issues have to do with how to relate well with our fellow men and women in our space or wherever we find ourselves. We are social beings. We are not island wherever we find ourselves. So we live with or within people, okay, which we must live in harmony. We must not trigger provocations. We must not disturb other people.
Yeah.
We must coexist wherever we find ourselves. So in the space of education and the introduction of technology or digital content and stuff in our classroom, we may find ourselves belonging to one digital platform or virtual platform, example WhatsApp, Google Classroom, and all those platforms, Moodle, all those platforms that we can use as a way of meeting, for collaboration, for learning, and all of that. So we must be good citizens when it comes to such platforms. We must live well, coexist, live in harmony with our fellow men and women. So with this premise, if we talk about cyberbullying, then what are we talking about?
Okay. Doc, thanks so much. Cyberbullying has to do with the use of technology, manipulating the technology to harass or infringe on somebody's right, causing harm to someone through technology. In fact, technology has been a medium through which one or two people interact. And so if you interact with somebody through technology, here the person doesn't see you face to face unless maybe you are using a virtual means. So anything that you do, the person doesn't actually see the actual mood of you, how you are trying to exploit the person's intelligence to, dupe him or exploit him.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you used the means to exploit anybody for your personal gain, then it becomes cyber bullying, using the media.
Yeah, so I say it involves using digital platforms such as social media, messaging apps, or online games to harass. That's the first one. To intimidate, to humiliate, to abuse, to insult, other persons or other individuals. You see, so just as I said earlier on, we are all on our social media platform, our year group, maybe geography 2024 or 2025 or home economics, so and so. We always have this kind of platforms for us to maybe share slides, communicate, and all of that. So everybody is there. Then you are using this same platform to humiliate somebody by maybe sending them some threatening messages on the platform, spreading falsehood about them, or shaming them publicly. Okay, you see, when you do any of this, you make some people feel bad. Okay, they don't feel comfortable. They feel humiliated. Okay, we talk about spreading falsehood. So all these kind of, it brings about some affecting their, how do we call it? Their emotional well-being. Okay, you are disturbing them emotionally. So it should not be encouraged. We are talking about spreading falsehood, but it goes beyond that. So we are on the same platform as students. Yes, my head is big, I know. My mother told me when I was a kid.
You know it already.
I know it already. Why do you want to tell me on our platform that my head is big? What is your motive? Why do you want to say it on the platform? But yes, I know. It is not in doubt. I know it myself. But why do you want to tell me on the platform that my head is big?
Very bad.
Yes. And sometimes you see some people will tag another person's message with an emoji which is depicting bully. Sometimes somebody will send a message and another person will tag it with a slap on somebody's face or a punch or something like that. It's telling you that he has grudge with you. Yes. So the moment you do that, other people, hey, why this man? Why any wahala? Does he have any problem with this person? Then it makes some people feel bad, and it can affect some people seriously. It can affect the way some people think. It also extends to so many areas. Like somebody can even impersonate another person on the platform. They can just take another person's picture and then clone a line or their number and then impersonate and come onto the platform as if they are or that person. It's like those people who do, you are there, somebody will call you, oh, Sister New London. Yes, it's because they have found a way of getting into a certain group platform. And then they have seen all the members who are there. And you drop in any message they see. So they will just send a message to you. They are using another person's image or that person's line as a way of impersonation to maybe extort money from other people within that group. Okay, all these are a way of bullying. So before you realize, they have used your name to dupe other people, and you are not even aware. So you meet somebody and say, the money you asked me to send you, won't you come and pay? Which money?
Very disgraceful.
Yes. So all these could be seen as bullying, cyberbullying. Okay. So as much as possible, we must try to, if not eliminate it, reduce it to the barest minimum. So how do you think we can either eliminate it or reduce it within our educational space? The cyberbullying. Okay.
In fact, it all boils down to education. We need to educate people whenever we have the platform. In fact, I think education is the best method.
Okay.
Education is the best method.
Because it is a habit. It's something that we can shape people's habit through education. So, yes, we can educate. We must teach students to be responsible digital or persons, showing responsible behavior on our platforms, and the principle of having a good digital citizenship.
Exactly.
Yes, you are living with your student or your colleagues, so that behavior you put up is very important. Then we can also implement policies. We can have policies and implement them. We can create clear and enforceable anti-bullying policies in our schools. Yes, which I think we have some here. I'm not so sure, but we should find some in our student handbook where you are using some of these digital platforms to humiliate your mates or even your lecturers or workers in the university, and it must be enforced so that we don't have those issues on our campuses. Then
with the social issues, because the persons are hidden behind the digital space.
Yes.
They can just do anything at all without considering the status of the person they are dealing with.
But they can be fished out.
They can be fished out.
Yes, but we have administrators on our platform.
Yeah.
So what filtering was done for people to be added to the platform. So we are, for example, your group. We are a group of 10.
Yes.
Plus 2 lecturers. If any other person comes in, we should be able to fish out that person.
Yeah.
Is that not it?
Yeah.
You are talking about the big classes. There are 100, 200 in a class. Who ushered them in? We have a course rep. So who add people to our group?
It is the administrators.
And so if we want to avoid some of these things, yes, we must ensure that whoever comes in is somebody that we know and we have accepted him to be part of us, so that when another person is hiding behind the digital mask to do whatever, we can fish them out.
Yeah.
We should. It should not be difficult for us to do it. If we want to do it, we can do it. Yeah. Or there are a list of students. Even when you come in as a student, you apply. The phone number that you provide, what do we use it for? So we can, if we really want to do it, we can just harvest all these from the admissions office and use it for that. Those who want to change it, before you change it, we scrutinize it to see whether it meets a certain criteria before we allow you to be in. So if we want to do it, I don't think it should be difficult for us to do it. Like my old school WhatsApp platform. Yes, we know ourselves. When somebody gets in and we don't know the person, and you see people asking behind the scene, who said this one? Oh, who is this? Who is that? If you realize you are not part of it, people will just tag you and ask you questions. We were in which class? Were you in A or B or C? You see, who are your classmates? So if you cannot answer some of these questions, you can be fished out. Just last 2 weeks, Wednesday, when we went to teach at the Jumako, on our way back, somebody WhatsApped me, and the message was that, oh, Uncle Fee, I'm hot. I'm at this hospital, and my WhatsApp is not working because I have done so and so transaction. So I want you to send 300 cedis to this line, and then the person sent the line. The moment I saw the message, I saw that it's a scam. Yes. Do you know why? because that my cousin will not send me message to ask for money. So the reply I gave was that, okay, call me. And the person was giving excuses. Yes, call me. He was giving excuses. I said, okay, so where is your mom? He said she's at home. Do you know why I asked that question?
Yeah.
We buried the mom in February. So I asked the he was chatting me. So I asked her, so where is mom? He said, mom is at home. So my next question is, which of the homes?
Yeah.
And he couldn't answer again. And then he kept going. The moment he answered that question, I said, this person is fished out. So I called my cousin and he said, he was there, somebody called that they were doing a church prayer, something at their church. So she should answer something, and then they will add her to the online prayer session they are doing. She didn't know. By giving her a certain code that has come onto her phone, she was exposing herself for the number to be hacked, you see. So there are so many ways we can fish them out if we really want to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, so we can do that. Yeah, so as teachers too, we can monitor depending on the level of the learners. Okay, if they are minors, even if they are adults, we can have teachers being on the platform.
Yeah.
Beginning of this semester, one of my course reps told me that he want to add me to their group platform because I'm teaching. I said, oh no, don't do that. You are adults, so be on your own.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in there to be monitoring or observing what you are doing. Just feel free and enjoy, and then say okay. So where maybe we suspect people can bully, yes, we can, as teachers, we can observe the teacher's presence, online presence issue.
It matters.
Yes, it matters. You can be there monitoring whatever people are dropping in there. If some are abusive or provocative, the teacher can help them stop all those things. So we can also monitor as teachers to reduce the bullying that are done online. So ultimately, our social responsibility as educators is to create supportive online communities that are free from harassment. You see, this requires ongoing vigilance, continuous education, and steadfast commitment to student safety. If we are doing all this, our students will be safe on their platform, and they would not go through the wahala of cyberbullying. It can affect people. It can worry people so much. So as much as possible, we must try and then reduce it. Yeah. So viewers and listeners, this is where we are. We want to respond to your questions and address your concerns and all that. So we are ready for you.
Iconic initiate. Shine your eyes, come on, let's unite. From the north to the south and central, we are one. Oh, let's decide to pay that price. Yes, we aim, providing higher education. Oh, just one name, which belongs to me, that belongs to you. So let's join our hands and say to the world, what be the name? You in a view. Hey, what be the name, boy? You in a view. What be the name? You in a view. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We hear you. You should be proud. Raise your voice, be loud. Oh. It's the best institution where teachers are trained. Oh. We will shape that future making you the teacher. So if you dream big. All of the department, the faculty, Spartans, Davians, Trojans, fast to unity. All of the affiliate of Simba, Uni, got they agree. What be the name? You in a bill. What be the name, boy? You in a bill. What be the name? You in a bill. Oh yeah. We hear you. See your name. It's in our hearts, so we're ready, fighting from the start. We will shape that future, making you the teacher. So if you dream big, all of the courses we run it. LKU, you know, we got it, we own it, and we're proud of it. So in our heart, it's your name. What be the name? You in a blue. What be the name?
Okay, so we are welcome back. So we will conclude here. By this, we are saying that addressing the legal, ethical, and social issues in technology implementation is not merely an obligation. It is a crucial effort for maximizing the benefits of educational technology, while simultaneously minimizing its potential risk. So, as educators, our role is expansive and vital, that we must do what? Understand both the potential and the limitations of educational technology, right? Then what else must we?
Good. Doc, so we must model proper digital citizenship and ethical practices in our own use of technology.
Okay, we must also advocate for ethical practices and equitable access to technology for all our learners.
And critically, we must adapt and continuously learn and evolve with emerging technologies, thoughtfully embracing new tools such as AI with careful consideration of their implications.
Okay, so by this we draw the curtain down on today's edition of our radio lecture. We thank you so much for joining us today. Let's continue to work together to create safe, effective, and inspiring learning environments for us all. Thank you so much. God bless you. Meet you another time. Bye-bye.
Iconic initiate. Shine your eyes.